Hello everyone. As I promised the last time that I put out a video regarding the 4-day instructional week, I did say that we were going to continue to provide information. So this video that I'm putting out now specifically deals with the calendar. Now, the process of developing a calendar is something that we've done for many, many years. It's involved committee work and we've had input from a number of different stakeholders. What's different now is that we did take to the Board of Education both a 4-day and a 5-day instructional calendar. And because of that, and they do look different, I did want to put out an informational video to explain both the similarities and the differences in this. The first calendar that I do want to talk about is our traditional 5-day calendar. This looks very similar to how it has in the past, but I do want to step through this since there is another option moving forward. First of all, on the 5th-day calendar, if you start in August 15th through the 17th, those are teacher PD days, with the 18th being a teacher work day. The first day of school would be August 21st, and something that everyone needs to know is that because of a change in state statute, schools can no longer start school any more than 14 days prior to Labor Day. In September, we do have Labor Day on September the 4th, and we have a Professional Development Day on September 22nd. Once you move into October, we have the week of conferences, October 16th through the 20th, and that Friday the 20th is a no student day. What we do is we give our teachers the day off because they've come in the previous days to account for parent-teacher conferences. November 7th is a PD day, and that is an election day. That's why we have that as a PD day. And then November 22nd through the 24th is the Thanksgiving holiday break. Once you move into December, you will see that December 25th through January 1st is the holiday break, with January 2nd being a teacher work day and January 3rd being the start of the second semester. Friday, January 12th is a teacher PD day, with Martin Luther King Day being on January 15th. So we have a 4-day weekend in there. In February, you have a teacher PD day on February 16th, with President's Day being February 19th. And again, that ends up being a 4-day weekend for our students. Once you move into March, from March 11th through March 15th, that is the week of parent-teacher conferences. Therefore, March 15th, students would not have school that day. Then March 27th, 28th, 29th, and then April 1st, that coincides around Easter break, and we also use that as our spring break, with a teacher PD day being on April the 2nd. And then you move into May. The last day of school is May 16th, and then we have designated our snow days, and that would be from May 17th through the 24th, with the tentative start to summer school on May 29th. Now I'm going to move into the 4-day instructional week. That certainly looks different than the traditional 5-day week. First of all, we start with staff on August the 14th with a teacher work day. The 15th, 16th, and 17th are PD days, and then another teacher work day on the 18th of August. Still, the first day of school is the 21st of August, and that doesn't matter whether it's a traditional 5-day or the 4-day week. Once you move into September, we do have the 4th of September, which is Labor Day, so there's no school for students. The 11th and the 18th of September, we do not have students or our teaching staff. And then the 25th of September, we do have a PD day. In October, the 2nd, 9th, 16th, and 30th, we do not have students or our teachers in, but the 23rd is a PD day. And then also you do have parent-teacher conferences the week from the 9th to the 13th. We do have school on the 13th. If you remember from the 5-day week, traditionally what had happened is we had conferences throughout that week, and then we took the Friday off. In November, the 7th is Election Day, so it is a PD day, with November 13th and the 27th having those Mondays off. The Thanksgiving break would still be from November 22nd to the 24th. In December, the 4th is a teacher work day, with the 11th and the 18th being off for students and our teachers. And then the holiday break goes from December 25th through January 1st. And then January 2nd is a teacher work day, and then the 3rd is the first day of the second semester. January 15th is Martin Luther King Day, so we do not have students or staff in, with the 22nd of January being a day in which students do not have school and teachers are off, and the 29th being a teacher PD day. In February, the 5th is a day that is off for our students and our teachers, with the 12th being a work day, and then the 19th of February is President's Day, and the 26th would be off for students and our teachers. Once you get into March, the first week is parent-teacher conferences, with the 4th being off. If you do notice, on March the 11th, it does have a star beside it, and that's because that would be our first inclement weather makeup day. The 18th of March is a teacher PD day, and then we do have a shortened break around Easter, with March 29th through April 1st being off for that. Then as you go through the remainder of April, you will see that we do not have students nor our teaching staff the remainder of that month, but there are stars because of inclement weather makeup days planned for April 8th and April 29th. In May, the first 2 Mondays are non-student days as well as non-staff on the 6th and the 13th, with the last day of school being May 22nd. And then the 23rd and 24th are designated as days in which we could use for snow makeup days. I do want to spend a little bit of time talking about the start and the end of the school day, with both the 5-day traditional calendar as well as the 4-day instructional week. With the 5-day calendar, the start and end times will remain the same, just as they are now. Tier 1, which is Bridger, and then our high schools, the start time would be at 7:15 and end at 2:25. That's Tier 1. Tier 2, which is our middle schools as well as a handful of elementary schools, the start time still remains at 8:12, ending at 3:22. And then our Tier 3s, which is the remainder of our elementary schools, would still start at 9 a.m. and end at 4:10. Now, because of having fewer instructional days on the 4-day week, we wanted to ensure that the amount of instruction remained the same. So we are adding 40 minutes onto the calendar and slightly changing the start times on a couple of the tiers. First of all, Tier 1, which again is Bridger Middle School as well as our high schools, will still start at 7:15, but the instructional day will end at 3:05. Tier 2 would start at 8:10 and end at 4 p.m. And then Tier 3 would start at 8:55, where it currently starts at 9, and would end at 4:45. So with the calendars looking different than they have in the past, certainly with having the option of a 4-day calendar, you may have questions. Please feel free to email us at 4dayinfo@isdschools.org. I'm sure that if you have questions, it may be something that other people have as well, and we would love to include that in our FAQ that we have out on our website. Just as a reminder, if you have not already done so, please go to isdschools.org, click onto the link regarding the 4-day instructional week. We have a lot of resources that we've put out there, and we just want to make sure that everyone has all of the pertinent information as we move forward. We are currently working on what our 5th day plan will look like. That is the Mondays, in which we do not have school. We want to ensure that we provide a lot of opportunities for our kids, and so we're developing that plan. I hope all of this information has been valuable to you regarding what the calendars would look like in both the 5-day or the 4-day instructional week. I know this is a lot of information that we've put out regarding the calendars, and we traditionally have not done that. As we work through this process, first of all, thank you for your patience. There is a lot for us to consider, and we had these committees that were formed because we wanted to take input and feedback from our community members, our students, our parents, and it does take a little bit of time as you move through this process. Moving forward, we will have more information regarding the 5th day, and we plan on putting that out as soon as we have completed the plan for that. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at 4dayinfo@isdschools.org.